Maximus Analysis here for September 29th, 2015. We see the S is going back and forth, was really struggling with the, I think, what was it? The 1871 area was where it was tapping all day. Again, it was tapping here. I think it's 1870. Yeah, 1871. It just kept hitting, finally broke, and then they bought it into the close. So real choppy day, but again, you can't lose fact of what's going on here in regards to coming back to these August lows. A pop-up of tomorrow, maybe an up day of tomorrow wouldn't be surprising. Also wouldn't be something I would buy into based on this price action. Okay, they need to get above at least 1950, 1976 before I would even look at longs. Again, if you're looking to play retracements, just know your line in the sand. Don't keep, again, I have a friend of mine that's a wealth manager, and he said, he was complaining about his clients. My clients don't understand the difference between losses and unrealized losses. And I wanted to say, I instantly quivered a little bit, like, oh geez, that's a bad thing. So basically, translate that as basically, I don't know where the hell to put my stop, and I'm just gonna let them continue going down until I just have a pain point that I have to get out. Know when you're gonna get out if you're gonna play that type of movement. Again, NQ continuing down again. It might be an oversold territory, but they're very close to these August lows, and again, a pop up and strength above close above 4,300 is what we need. You have the YM, the weakest out of the crew, again gave a little pop up, but then if you look, IWM continued down, actually breaking August lows, and you also had Apple, which was selling off pretty significantly. They actually gave it a little bit back today into the close, but you could see that if you exclude the last half an hour, this was selling all day. So again, this little pop makes it look a little bit less than what it actually was. So you can see that they have continuations in Facebook. You have Netflix kind of in a sideways consolidation type of thing. So again, I'm looking for a Netflix trade, but this is not what I want to see for the trade that I'm looking for. You have Amazon. Amazon continued to sell. Again, this is probably the best name out of it, considering where it lives in the space. Again, it's you have this retracement, and it's barely at, I think it's probably just a little bit below 50% retracement. So if we look here, we see that it's a little bit below, but it's not, it hasn't shit the bed yet. So you also have price line that was all over the place today. When I say all over the place, you can look at this 15-minute. You can see that in the beginning of the day, it gapped down, thought it was more, came up, came down, came up, came down. But again, it's still in a bearish type of move or look on the daily. Now the daily is approaching this 200-day moving average, and if you're going to use that as leverage, you just say, listen, if it bounces there, I'm going to use that or below this low as my stop, and I'll look at a position from there. But don't discount this 2 days of move. Again, if you get a pop up, you want to make sure that you're not, if you're playing a retracement, play it accordingly. Understand you got about 1-2 days tops of comfort, and go from there. So you have crude. Again, crude is continuing sideways, and again, I'm just waiting at this point to see where it's going to go. But again, it's breaking up and continuing, but then fading into the close. You can see that here pretty much. If you have a 15-minute, remember it opens at 9 a.m. and it closes at 2:30. So that's when you see this, and you just see this lull sideways. But I'm looking more again at the daily time frame to say, okay, it's given lower highs this whole time. So again, it looks like it just needs to break this 44 area and break this 44 area as well. You have gold sideways. You have the dollar kind of sideways. You got TLT, the bonds. Bonds moving up a little bit. Again, we'll see what happens and how they continue with a lot of these names. But again, the ES, it seems like it's not a bad day, but they were definitely selling some key names, which I just showed you. So be cautious and make sure you don't, load up either way, because if I took this, and this is another good, like, if you took this and flipped it upside down, would you be bearish or bullish? You'd probably be bullish, saying it's coming up. So you can't look at it, should be the opposite. So if you flipped it upside down, you would be bullish. So if it's this way, how are you the same? So it's kind of like almost like basically like a reality check. If you took this chart and inverted it, and you end up saying that you're the same, then something's off. Either sideways or you're not getting the trend right. Because if this was up and it was going from, let's say this was a huge candle up, and then you had a retracement, then you had something coming almost like this, you would say, listen, I'm bullish this. Maybe I didn't get the dip, but I can't be bearish. So if you inverse this, which is basically this now, you can't be bullish, or at least you could say, listen, if I'm trading this, maybe I think it's overbought, and maybe I get a little dip and I'll play it there, or maybe I'm fading some type of level that I have. But again, that's another interesting way to kind of look at things, to say if you're bullish or bearish. So again, we'll continue to see what happens overnight, see if they're going to hold this 1860 area. They got very, very close. The low of today was actually 1861. So a break of that 1861, 1860 and close below will make things very interesting to the downside. All right. So be cautious if you're not in anything short, and take care.